I promise these lights in the background are on. Can you tell? Can you tell at all? No? Yeah. It's Shawnee, aka Total Makeup Junkie 101. So today I have my July faves and flops video. As you guys know, I do these videos towards the end of every month to share with you guys what my favorites for the month were and what the products that just didn't hit the mark were. Starting off with a favorite that has been a huge favorite this month. These are the new Buxom eyeshadow bar eyeshadow palettes. If you guys follow my videos, you guys will have known that I did do a full in-depth review and swatch video on all of the palettes I own. I will be sure to put that review video link in the description box below because I'm not going to be swatching these palettes in this video because I already swatched them in that other review video. But there are two palettes in particular that I did want to mention. The first one being my own customized cool toned eyeshadow palette because it has some really gorgeous shades of purple, blue, and gray, and that silver is to die for. I've also really been loving the pre-made Buxom shadow palette in May Contain Nudity. It has the same layout as the ones you would create yourself, but these are 6 shadows that Buxom already created and put together for you in a palette. Really gorgeous. This gold is unbelievable, and I did do a get ready with me tutorial style video on a look that I achieved using this palette, and I will put a link to that video also in the description box. The major standout with these shadows is the formula. The formula is so silky, creamy, smooth, pigmented, blendable. It's everything you would want in an eyeshadow formula. I have absolutely nothing bad to say about this formula, and that is why it's a favorite. Another standout eyeshadow formula this month has been the new Kat Von D Metal Crush single eyeshadows. Kat Von D recently released this new Metal Crush single shadow line. There are, I believe, 10 or 11 different shades. I have these 4, and I think I have another one floating around somewhere. They are gorgeous. These are incredibly metallic, super pigmented, buttery feeling eyeshadows. Now these are pretty pricey for a single eyeshadow. I believe they're around $20 a piece, but the amount of product you get in here is about double what you would get in a typical standard MAC eyeshadow, so you do get a lot of bang for your buck. And the colors that Kat Von D released are very unique in my opinion. This first one, called Paranoid, is this gorgeous, super bright peacocky blue. This chartreuse color, called Electric Warrior, is so unique. It's a bright, super metallic chartreuse green. Of course, I had to talk about a burgundy shadow. This is Raw Power. It's a gorgeous Marsala burgundy reddish brownie type color. There is no metallic copper better than Synergy. This is a perfect coppery metallic bronzy color. Unreal. Moving on into lips, you guys know I have been in a big liquid lipstick spree lately. I have reviewed so many liquid lipsticks on my channel lately and a bunch of different formulas, but a particular formula that has really stood out this month is the Milani Amore Matte Lip Creams. Once again, I did a full in-depth review video on these products, which will be linked in the description box below. These are amazing liquid lipsticks. They are only $6.99 a piece, so they're super affordable. They are very long wearing, very comfortable on the lips. They don't flake off, they don't chunk, they don't get cakey on the mouth. 2 shades in particular I wanted to mention. The first one is Beloved, which is probably my favorite neutral brownish rose color. And then this one in Romance is a gorgeous deep red burgundy color. So beautiful. If you want to see this entire collection swatched on my lips, definitely check out my review video. Now for a lip product that is the complete opposite of a liquid lipstick, but they kind of go in conjunction with the liquid lipstick trend because sometimes you just need your lips to be moisturized. When you're wearing liquid lipstick after liquid lipstick and testing so many different formulas and your lips want to fall off your face, you reach for these. These are the new Sephora Oil Infusion. Whew. Of course it wouldn't be a video of mine unless I dropped something. These are the Oil Infusion lip products. They come in this really kind of cute, kind of interesting, sort of impractical packaging, to be honest, because it doesn't have a flat bottom. When you take out the applicator, you can't set the tube on anything, you have to hold it, which is kind of inconvenient. But the formula on these is really nice. Now, they are said to be similar to the YSL Tint in Oils, which is why I ended up picking them up to begin with. I will say I don't think they're quite as good. These aren't quite as moisturizing. They don't have the same scent as the YSL, and the scent on the YSL is intoxicating. But for about $14 a piece, these are a really great alternative. They still have that very thin, slick, shiny look on the lips that a oil lip product will give you. I'm actually wearing this color on my lips right now in Iced Coffee, a really nice light neutral color. And I also wore the shade Fresh Berries in a video in the past after I did a lip swatch video. Don't expect any sort of full color coverage with these. These are just a very slight tinted oil lip product. Another Sephora brand lip product I've really been liking are their new lip gloss formula. These are called, I don't know what these are actually called. I think they're called like the Ultra Gel Lip Gloss or something like that. I will be sure to write it right here for you guys so you guys know what they're called. They're the new ones with the silver top, and they just come in the classic Sephora packaging. Super cute. This formula is so comfortable on the lips. They do have a really nice thin, lightweight gel texture. They're of course not as thin as the oil lip products. These do have a little bit more like gel consistency, so they last a lot longer. The thing I really like about this formula is that there are some shades that are more sheer and translucent, and there are some shades that pack a really good pigment punch. So one that packs a really good pigment punch is the shade Ultraviolet. It's a gorgeous hot pink with a blue reflect to it. And this other shade in Cougar Red is one of the more sheer ones. It gives you a nice sheer jelly reddish color on the lips. Super beautiful, perfect for the summertime. And I just really have been loving this formula. As for favorite face products, I will quickly talk about this because I feel like everybody has been talking about this lately. This is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in the shade Champagne Pop. There's a shock. The new Jaclyn Hill collaboration Shimmering Skin Perfector. I know you guys have heard about this already. This is very, very beautiful, and I did want to talk about it to let you guys know that it works on a tan skin tone as well. It's not as light as Moonstone, and it's not as bronzy as Opal, so it's that perfect in between. But I will say, if you already own Opal and Moonstone, this is pretty similar to both of those colors combined. Becca also released some new shades of their blushes in their collection this month, and I've never been a huge Becca blush person, to be honest, but these new shades that they released are gorgeous. And this shade in particular, called Lantana, oh my gosh, this is like life. It is a gorgeous, super, super bright reddish coral color. It's unreal. It's the perfect summer blush. It's amazing. My very last favorite that I want to talk about is one of the new MAC Fix Plus sprays. I actually ended up picking up, I believe, 3 different scents when MAC came out with their scented Fix Plus. This is in the rose scent, and I had to talk about it because I'm obsessed with anything rose scented. I did also pick up the coconut one, and what's the other one I got? The lavender one. I think I also picked up the lavender one. The coconut one is in my fridge because I love just spraying that onto my face when it's all cold, and it's like this nice, refreshing mist of like coconut water. Oh, it's amazing. Okay, so now let's go ahead and talk about my flops for July, the products I haven't been loving so much. The first one we're not gonna settle on for too long because you guys already know I wasn't a fan of these. The new ColourPop Ultra Matte Lips. ColourPop has recently restocked these new liquid lipsticks because everybody went crazy over the first launch, and I did do a full review video, lip swatch video on all 25 of the shades. I will be sure to put a link to that in the description box for you guys. Definitely check that video if you guys want more information on why I wasn't crazy about the formula on these. They're just very subpar in my opinion. I want to make it very clear, and I know most of you guys already know this, but I want to say it for those of you guys who don't. I am very completely bluntly honest in all of my videos, and I will always judge a makeup product compared to other makeup products on the market. Just because a product is affordable or like a $6 liquid lipstick doesn't mean I'm going to recommend it to you guys if it doesn't hold up to my standard. I will never recommend something to you guys that I feel like is a waste of money, even if it is only $6. $6 wasted is still $6 you could have spent elsewhere. Now, don't get me wrong. Can you make these liquid lipsticks work? Yes, you can make every single makeup product, no matter how bad, how unpigmented, how crumbly, how thin consistency it is, you can absolutely make it work. You can exfoliate the hell out of your lips, moisturize them to the moon, put a super thin layer of this on, let it completely dry, don't move your mouth around too much throughout the day, don't eat greasy food, don't eat any food, don't talk too much so they don't flake. You can totally make them work, but why would you want to put in so much effort into making a $6 product work when you can literally pay 99 cents more and get a far superior quality product that you don't have to work extra hard to get it to work for you? So that is just my personal opinion. You guys know that I will always be completely honest, no matter how affordable something is or how expensive something is. My standards are high because I've tried so many things in the makeup world. With that being said, I know a lot of you guys still wanted to try these lip products. So that's why in that review video in the description box, I did put asterisks next to the names of the ones I think are better formula. So for those of you who do want to try it still, test it for yourself, see what the hype is about, those are the ones I would recommend you try. I want to mention the 3 best ones in the entire collection. At this point, I've pretty much tested every single one in the collection on my lips and worn it throughout the day and seen how it has worn. These are the 3 best ones in terms of application, in terms of wear, and in terms of lasting power. Trap is really gorgeous. It's a gorgeous color and it's one that wears very nicely. I also really do love Bumble. It's a gorgeous nudie peachy color. And then Tulle. I know Tulle has been getting a lot of hype, and this is one that I would recommend. If you want to try this formula, I would check out one of these 3. But I'm not gonna keep talking about that. You guys are more than welcome to check out my full review video on those for more information. The other flop I want to talk about is something that I've heard a lot of other YouTubers going crazy over, which is why I tried it to begin with. And let me tell you this up front, this is a product that does not work for me. This is a product that will work for different types of skin, but for my skin, it does not work. And the product I'm talking about is the new Stila Perfectly Poreless Putty Perfector. You just open up the compact and it does have a sponge, which is disgusting because I've used it. And that's what the actual product looks like. Essentially like a putty. It's kind of reminiscent of like a ColourPop eyeshadow in that sense. Now, the reason this product doesn't work for me, I have it in the shade Tan. So the shade Tan is a little bit too light for me, but the next shade up they have is deep and that one is way too dark. So even more than the color not exactly matching me, the formula does not work for me. I have oily skin in my T-zone and I have dry skin on my cheeks. This Putty Perfector, it clings onto the dry patches on my cheeks, which is not a cute look, but it's not so mattifying or drying enough that it holds up on oily skin. So in my oily areas on my face, it breaks down a lot. You will see just makeup just splotching off and patching off in my forehead, on my nose, a little bit on my chin. But then on my cheeks, you'll see dry patches and like flakes. So it's kind of just the worst of everything. Alrighty guys, so that wraps up my July faves and flops video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. As always, please let me know in the comments below what your guys' monthly favorites or the products you haven't been loving so much were. I would love to know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys in my next video on Monday. I'll see you then. Bye! Not as liquidy as the Lime Crime Velveteens or the ColourPop Ultra Matte lipsticks, but it's also a shade that I have been rocking and will continue to be rocking for the rest of the summertime.